Hey guys, it's Chucker Conroy with the latest edition of... Okay. Let's get down to brass tacks. This is Bloody Biscuits, if you guys didn't already know. And I looked at my earliest or latest video for my weapons showcase series, and Mr. Neato Taker, don't flame him, please. He told me that I'm saying a lot of times. I've known this my entire life, and I don't know what the habit is, but I get the need to say It's just like a pause, like whenever I need to take a breath or I need to just like search in my mind what I need to say next. I always say and apparently that happens a lot because I don't know. I just feel like I've said before. I feel like my brain is like really slow or something. Well, no. Yeah, it's like my brain kind of works a little slower. Like I know what I'm trying to say, but like my mouth can't get the words out, so I have to slow myself down, and I either just like jumble the words up, or I probably just say a bunch. So I'm gonna try and work on that, work on my speech, but that's not what we're here for. Oh, there you go. There's the again. That's not what we're here for. We're here for the weapons showcase of the AK-47, which is personally one of my favorite assault rifles in the Call of Duty game, just in general. So we'll start off with, let me see, I have the thing set up. Okay, I've just explained the gun. The AK-47 is a fully automatic gun. It isn't like a burst gun that you just hold down the trigger and it'll just spray bullets. It is pretty dang accurate. I don't think it really has that much recoil, but it looks like it. Like when you shoot the gun, the iron sight or the red dot just like bounces up and down like crazy. That's all visual. That's not actually where the bullets are going. The bullets aren't going going crazy or anywhere. It's going pretty straight. So the recoil, it's not as low as the M16s, but you know, it's not that bad at all. It's very acceptable. The penetration, you know, shooting through walls, like I said before, the M16 has even more penetration than the AK-47, which is completely backwards. And that's also why I have one of the perks that I do, but I'll talk about that when I get to it. Each bullet it's the same exact it does the same exact damage as the M16 at short to medium range, stopping power. At short to medium range, each bullet will do 40 damage, and at long range, it'll do 30 damage. And if you use stopping power, it kind of evens things out. But at long range, you're probably not going to be using this gun, especially if you're using the iron sights, which is what I recommend. You're probably just going to, unless you want to like pop fire the thing, which isn't going full auto. It's like treating it like it's a semi-automatic gun, just to get the accuracy in, which is a very good technique. I'm not sure if I'm going to explain that any later. Let me see how much time I have. I'm about halfway through it. You know what? You guys should allow me to say a few times, but I mean, I'm not going to say it as frequent as I have to, like as I have been doing for a while. So I'm just gonna try my best to not say when I'm doing my playthroughs. You're probably gonna have to excuse me because I just have to say like I'm not gonna really think about it in my commentary, but when I have things pre-planned, like for my Call of Duty series, then I'm gonna be saying I'll try to like restrain myself. Okay, so it's got the same magazine, same ammo as the M16, blah blah. What should we move on to? The perks. The perks and attachments. What you should use with the AK-47. Actually, statistically, and what I recommend is not using any attachments at all. Like I said, the ACOG, I really just don't like the ACOG on any of the guns except for the sniper rifles, even though I never use the ACOG. But yeah, I personally, I just say do not use any attachments with the AK-47. You might be thinking, oh, why not use the red dot? You know, the red dot's always good with these guns, but there's a small discrepancy in the game. There's something that the game like does not tell you at all, but people have like figured out, like with tests and stuff. They figured out that with the red dot sight, it actually loses damage at long range. Let's see. Let me look at the statistics, just to be absolutely positive. when it switches from let's see, from short to medium, you know, it's 40, and from at a long range, it's 30 damage. Well, if you add the red dot sight at long range, it'll go down to 20 damage, which really, you know, it takes away the purpose of the red dot sight, because with the red dot sight you want to be as accurate, and with that red dot sight you think that you'd be able to reach the long range, but with that red dot sight you just lose so much power on each bullet. I mean, with stopping power, it'll probably raise it back up to 30 damage, which means it'll take 4 bullets, and with the recoil that it has, which isn't as amazing as the M16, you're probably not going to get those kills. So, yeah, and you could use the silencer, but the silencer drops it off. Like, at close range, it stays at 40 damage, but from medium to long range, it just drops straight down to 20. So that's just what I say. The red dot, it takes away the long range, which kind of defies the purpose of the red dot sight. Silencer, it's not good with the AK at all. I don't recommend it. And ACOG, I just don't like it. So, just don't use any attachments and you'll get the full benefits of the AK. And the iron sights are just fine on the AK-47, so you shouldn't need to worry about it. Okay, moving on to perks. I personally use bandolier with this. On pretty much almost any assault rifle I'm going to use bandolier, just because, you know, I'm going to be spraying a lot, and when this was like my first game that I started off, so I was spraying a lot of bullets, and I was, you know, my aim wasn't very good, but I still was able to do decent because my team kind of sucked, which led it up to me to, you know, get things going. I don't know what happened there. I was shooting through the wall with a deep impact, which, you know, really should have done it. And that's going to be my perk that I'm using, but I'll explain that in like a couple seconds. Stopping power just works with this gun. I mean, at close range, it's, I don't know. I mean, if you have a pretty powerful gun, like in the 40 damage per bullet range, then you're probably going to want to use stopping power, just because it gives you more benefits that way. And the third perk would be deep impact, or dead silence if you're using what's it called? If you're playing search and destroy or free for all, I would use what's it called? Dead silence. Steady, I wouldn't use steady aim with it, just because the hip fire is good enough, because it's fully automatic, that it's like a SMG, but it isn't as good as SMG, but it doesn't need to be. And it honestly doesn't need to be as good as an SMG hip fire wise, so, you know, right there, I beat him out anyway, so there you go. And deep impact, I mean, there's, like, in this situation right here in Crossfire, there are so many buildings and so many walls that it is very highly recommended that you use deep impact, because it'll shoot straight through those walls. I mean, people will be using them for cover. You just shoot straight through it and you get the penetration like the M16, and it just does good work. Personally, the AK-47, it's one of my top 2 assault rifles in the game, just with the, you know, pretty decent recoil, very good power, and I don't know, I just like it all around. I mean, I said it before, all the attributes. It's a really good gun, and I highly recommend using it. And yeah, that's the end of this little part. This is the AK-47, and next up will be the M4, and I'll see you guys later.